February is National Haiku Month, so here's another Cyberhaiku. And you've heard of a hot take? Well, here's a hot now take. Krispy Kreme got breached and settled a class action. They're hacked, sued, and screwed. Let's dive into what happened and what you can learn from it. On November 29th of 2024, Krispy Kreme discovered unauthorized access to their system. Let's call it a breach. They investigated it and determined that 160,000 people were affected. As required by law, they started notifying the affected when their investigation was concluded on June 16th. And then they got slapped with a class action faster than you can say,
type 2 adult onset diabetes.
4 days later, on June 20th, the class action lawsuit was filed. And on January 29th, 2026, they settled for $1.6 million. Hacked, sued, and screwed. Now here's what should make you uncomfortable about this. They didn't get in trouble because of medical records, financial secrets, or classified government information. All they had was information on their employees and ex-employees. But the law applies to all personally identifiable information, or PII, and requires that it be protected responsibly. The breach itself was evidence enough for a lawyer to allege negligence and sue, putting the onus on Krispy Kreme to prove in court that they weren't negligent. And they either couldn't prove it or it was cheaper to settle it. Either way, they're out $1.6 million. And that's how it goes down. First you get hacked, then you get sued, and then you're screwed. Not because you're evil, not because you're reckless, but because you didn't take cybersecurity seriously before something happened. Hackers don't care who you are. They care that you're easy. And lawsuits don't care that you did your best. They care whether or not you had reasonable security in place. And that's why we obsess over prevention. That's why we obsess over fast fixes. And that's why we build security into everything. Because writing a check after the fact is way more expensive than doing it right up front. And if something happens, you can get sued faster than you can say,
diabetes.
Make every day safer from cybercrime. Subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in the next Cyberhaiku.
Oasis, baby, with Cybertechnologists. Sip Oasis, baby, with Cybertechnologists.